So let's talk about what's really disturbing my soul on this morning. I want to talk about what I saw yesterday that disturbed me and what I witnessed on this morning that disturbed me all the more. On yesterday, I went to go pick my daughter up from school, and as we were leaving out and heading out to, I believe it was Jersey Road, or Lake Street or whatever, and you could kind of see up on the hill, up on the Ave, is it Patrick Avenue, one of those streets or whatever. You saw a sheriff, you saw a group of girls walking up the hill, up the Ave, and then you saw a young girl coming down the Ave, and they were about to fight. One of the young girls I knew, they were absolutely out of control. They were trying to fight the sheriff. It was just a mess. It was really, really a mess. Both of them young ladies that go to middle school. And I mean, they were causing an uproar. One of the young girls, her parents couldn't hold her back. The sheriff couldn't really hold her back. And who knows what they were beefing about. But as me and my daughter were leaving, about 5 or 6 other sheriffs were pulling up. Local police, sheriffs were pulling up to try to calm this situation down. So, as I was talking to my daughter about it, driving with her, letting her know that nothing should ever make her act out in that manner. And let me tell you what I mean when I say that. I used to be the chick out there in the street like that, all loud fighting. So trust me, I haven't gotten so cute that I forgot what that life is like. But I've gotten wise enough to know that life is not what we should be introducing to or promoting to our children. So, with age, you're supposed to grow and you're supposed to gain a little bit more wisdom and knowledge. So I will say that. As I was talking to my daughter, I was letting her know, nothing should make you act like that in the streets. Don't ever let me catch you doing all that. Except for protecting yourself. And this is what I mean. I don't condone violence. I don't believe in just being violent, out and out violent. I think that's a lack of maturity and a lack of self-control and self-discipline. No. The only time I believe in violence is when it comes to defending your home or your family or your personal space. Now, then there's going to be some violence. When someone puts their hands on you, I'm not the turn the cheek person. So please don't look for that in me. It's not happening. Okay? Nah. If you hit me, the first human reaction that I'm going to have is to knock you out. So we're not talking about that. I'm talking about something that's been going on in our community for generation after generation after generation that we need to change. We really need, especially our daughters, women, and I'm talking to women, I'm talking to black women, because this doesn't apply to people outside of our community. Sorry. I'm talking about what I've witnessed in our communities amongst our children. And so, yes, I'm specifically talking to us, about us. And this way we can keep outside forces from coming into our communities and gathering us up and taking us off to prison. Okay? So, yeah, I'm coming this way, and I'm coming strong with it this morning. We really, 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 really have to break the generational curses. And I'm not talking about the curses that are in our families. I'm talking about the curse over our community, period. We really need to promote self-love, unity, and respect amongst women towards each other. Come on, man. That's the biggest reason why I saw what I saw today, saw what I saw yesterday. What made me angry about it and made me want to make a video about it was this morning I watched the same young girls. I watched them as I sat in the parking lot waiting for school to open for my daughter. Come to school, sweatpants, tennis shoes, hair tied in a bun. I looked at my daughter. I said, they came prepared to fight. So they didn't even come prepared to go to school this morning. They came prepared to fight. So as soon as they got to the school property, you had the sheriff, the principal, other male staff come out with their walkie-talkies and escort them all the way off of school property. So they will not be going to school today. They have to go home because of what happened yesterday. I don't blame them. Nobody has time to be trying to teach and trying to break up a riot at the same time. So trust me, I get it. What I'm trying to do is to help us prevent our children from going through those type of things. Black women, we need to really, really, really start teaching our children that it's our girls. Look, I ain't talking about our young men. That's a whole nother subject. Right now, I want to deal with the young women. We have to, in our own homes, promote unity, self-respect towards one another, and to other women in our community, man. Listen, don't teach your daughters. A lot of us gossip in front of our daughters. A lot of us act foolish in front of our daughters. A lot of us allow our daughters to see our ratchetness. That's the only way I can describe it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They ease up on your conversations. They hear you talking to your homegirl on the phone about how you can't stand this chick or that chick. And when you see her, you're going to punch her in the face and all that. And they've endured this type of talk and behavior for years. So, you know, when it comes time for them to go out on their own and make their own decisions, they start to view other women in their community that look like them, same skin, same hair, same everything, and they start to look at them as the enemy. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that, man. Stop teaching your girls that other black women are the enemy. No, they're not. Now, I mean, yes, everybody got character flaws. Come on, man, we all got character flaws. But if it would start with us, it would end with us. Really, like, I'm really saying this. Like, I know this is going to go over top of so many people's head because some of y'all don't want peace. Some of y'all don't want unity. Some of y'all don't even know how to function outside of the realms of drama. You don't. You don't even know how to have a normal life outside of the realms of drama. Some of you are never going to want to come out of the lifestyle that you grew up in where it's been havoc and drama. So I'm not talking to you. Just skip right past this video. It ain't for you. But for those of you sisters who think like me and like, man, yo, we got to do better. We got to love one another. We got to care about one another. This video is for you. You know what I'm saying? It's our jobs to take back our community, man. Come on. When you see, listen, I don't care nothing about their mothers. I don't have a problem stopping a young girl in my community and saying, hey, you know, I have some young girls in my community. Listen, they are, woo. You know, they say some stuff and they do some stuff, but I've never witnessed it. Like, I never walk past them and hear them talking like that because they respect me. It ain't about them respecting me. I want them to respect themselves, that when I go in the house and I peek out the window, I don't hear them saying cuss words and stuff that they wouldn't say when I went past them. We've got to learn to take back our communities and start approaching our young sisters and saying, hey, baby, come on. You know, you better than that. Don't do that. But then when we approach them, we got to fight their mothers because the parents, this stuff starts at home, man. I'm telling y'all, this stuff starts at home. I don't teach my daughter to dislike other black females, other women. I don't teach her to dislike anybody, but I'm talking about us right now. So for those of you who aren't us and that are watching, get over yourself. This ain't about you. So I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you. This is not even for you to be even in this conversation. So to the left. Because I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to my sisters. I'm talking to the women that are in my community. I'm talking about the women that live in Salisbury that look like me. We got to do better with our girls, man. I'm telling you. We're going to end up going to Jessup, MCIW, or whatever the case may be to visit our daughters. Or we're going to end up burying them at Benny Smith if we don't really teach them that for real, we got to start loving each other, respecting each other. We got to get back to being able to talk to each other. Like, for real, for real. Like, we got to get back to be able to knock on your door and say, baby, listen, I saw your baby out here. It was 2 o'clock in the morning and she was on the side of the house with some little boy and I intervened and told her, hey, that wasn't the way to go. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to that because if we don't get back to that, it's going to be a problem. And all I'm saying this morning is, like, really, for real, stop having these conversations about the chicks you don't like in front of your daughters. Stop teaching them that it's okay to walk around looking for an attack from another woman that look just like them, man. Stop that, man. We got to stop that. Our parents did it. Our aunties did it. Everybody did it. But listen, when are you going to break that cycle? When are you going to start saying, you know, baby girl, if you see another sister in need of help, you know what I'm saying? You stop and you talk to her and you help her. You know what I'm saying? Or when are we going to start promoting, you know, why don't you go hang out, you know, with one of your homegirls and, you know, let's talk about this or talk about that. We got to promote unity. We got to promote love within our communities again. We got to promote communication and constructive criticism. We got to get past being offended. You know what I'm saying? If your daughter outside and she got on booty shorts, that's up her behind, and she got on a half top, and I catch her over in the corner with a boy, don't get mad at me when I knock on your door and be like, man, listen, I just saw this, and defend your daughter and say, well, she wouldn't do that. No, you deal with that situation in the house. You take it for what it is. We got to get back to respecting ourselves, respecting our elders, respecting each other in our communities, because what I saw today was a product of generations of, yeah, I'm gonna smack that bee in the face, or yeah, she don't like me because I'm light skinned. And man, come on, man. Yo, listen. Some of y'all might not even feel what I'm saying this morning, but I'm telling y'all, like, listen, why do we do that? Why we've been doing that for decades. I'm telling you, we've been sitting around hating on each other for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us don't even want to be connected with our sisters. I don't know how y'all do that. I don't know how you walk past your sister in the street and look her up and down and just turn your head like she's not nothing. We the same. We're the same. I don't care what you look like. I don't care. We're the same. We live in the same communities, under the same oppression, under the same depression, under the same mental health issues, under the same struggles, under the same problems, under the same domestic violence, under the same drug issues. So how are we different? We're not. We live in the same communities under the same struggles every day. We have different characters. You understand what I'm saying? Different personalities. But yo, we all in this thing together. And until we get that, we really are. Yo, this got me so mad. Like, I really want to cry this morning, because I'm looking at these young girls who can't even go to school and function this morning because they don't know how to get along. They don't know how to relate to each other. They don't know how to have a conversation without somebody wanting to punch somebody in the face. This is crazy, man. These are middle school students. This is Salisbury Middle School I'm talking about. Real talk. This is middle school. We gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? And again, I go back to violence. Sometimes, like, if a person is trying to run up in your house and they trying to hurt you and your family, get rid of them. Listen, if I can shoot you in your ankles without killing you, I'm gonna try. But I'm definitely gonna stop you from coming up in my house. If somebody is attacking your children or your physical, your physical body, then protect yourself by all means. But we can't go around fighting each other over boys, men, somebody else's man. We can't go around fighting each other because, we heard such and such said something about us. Man, when we going to get past that? When we going That is so elementary. And grown women do it. And then these young girls out here, they in school, can't function, can't have normal lives because every day is beef. Every day is something. And I looked at these two babies, wanted to stop and talk to them. They was too, listen, I don't intervene in situations that's going to cause me to have to defend myself. If I can go up to a situation and say, if they swinging and they doing all that stuff, I'm not sticking my hand in that. Because if you punch me in my eye, I might forget for a minute. Real talk. Like, y'all want me to lie. No, I'm not going to lie. If you punch me in my eye, I'm not going to be like, oh, Jesus, she didn't mean. No, I'm going to punch you back. So, like, I don't intervene in situations like that. But when I see young girls, I talk to them. When I see my sisters going through or in situations that I think is going to cause them to be, I intervene and I talk to them. Like, baby, come on, man. You better than that. Don't do that. We don't need to be doing this out here. Like, go in the house and talk about it. Man, we got to get back to that. That's all I'm saying this morning. Man, we got to get back to respecting one another, to loving one another, to trusting each other enough to have a Now, is everybody going to be able to be talked to? No. They're not. Is everybody going to be willing to distribute the same amount of love and respect that you give to them? They're not. It's cool. Walk away from them people. Leave them alone. But I'm talking about those of us who know that we can communicate. At least attempt it. You don't know that it's not going to work unless you attempt it. At least attempt to knock on somebody's door and say, hey, your daughters are out here cursing and they're fighting. And, I just think you need to intervene. You know what I'm saying? At least have the decency to attempt to try it. But man, that broke my heart this morning. It broke my heart yesterday seeing them out there wilding. I don't even know what they were fighting about. I really don't care what they were fighting about, because it didn't seem like anybody was invading anybody's personal space at that time. The little young girl that, I guess that's where she lived. Maybe she was feeling like she needed to protect her home. But when are we going to get back to teaching our girls to not only love the skin that they're in, to love the skin that they sister in? That's all I'm saying. When we going to get back to that, man? When, y'all? When? We set the tone for our households, women. We set the tone for our communities, women. We set the tone for our jobs. We set the atmosphere and the tone everywhere we go. We are powerful beings and powerful queens. I want everybody to be able to wear a crown, but some of us are out here acting like peasants. We got to stop, and we got to teach our daughters better, man. Teach them to communicate verbally first. Teach them to have sit downs and be able to relate to one another. And teach them to not go around just wanting to fight each other, especially about, we fight over the craziest stuff that makes no sense. So, maybe nobody will watch this. Maybe 2 people will watch it. Somebody out there, somebody, Jermichael, I commend Jermichael. He starts a lot of different organizations in this community. We need some more. Jenny Price, I commend you. Different women that's doing, Latoya Maddox, I commend you. You understand what I'm saying? All these people that are, that have these organizations within our community to help promote self-esteem and unity and those sort of things. But more of us have to get out here, and really get involved in our community and in these organizations to help our young men and our young women. But right now I'm talking about our young women because this is what I witnessed, to not only love themselves, because a lot of us love ourselves way over the top to the point that we think everybody else don't like us, or we think we're too good for everybody else. That's a whole nother subject I don't want to talk about this morning. I'm talking about loving ourselves enough to where we love each other. Because when you really love yourself, you are so able to love another person with ease. It's really easy. When you love yourself fully and you feel good about you, it's so easy to love other people. It really is. It's really not that difficult. So, man, listen, maybe I'm going to be the one that started. But something's got to change. We can't keep doing this, man. We can't keep having 6 and 7 sheriffs come in because they don't understand us. They don't understand what we deal with in the realms of our community. They don't understand us. They're not us. So they don't get it. So we got to stop letting outside forces come into our communities and control situations that we within the community need to control. Yes, I said it. I mean that. We got to stop, man. We got to do something different. But anyway, at the end of the day, I'm praying when I get a chance, trust me, that one of the little young girls, she knows me. I know her mothers, I know her sister, and every day she see me, she speak to me. And for real, trust. When I get a chance, and it's probably going to be sometime later on this evening, and I roll back past her because she's going to be out there somewhere walking, and I get a chance to stop and talk to her, please believe I'm going to pull her up and be like, come here, baby, listen. I don't want to see you in this situation or that situation. It's better ways to go about this. I'm going to do my part. Whether she'll listen or not, that's a whole nother story. But know that I'm going to roll up on her and I'm going to talk to her because I really want her to think about the decisions she makes and the decisions that she's about to make and how it's going to affect her, because I've been to prison and I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to share a cell with somebody every day and you don't have no privacy. I know what it feels like not to be able to walk outside and get fresh air. I know about that thing. So because I know it is my job to prevent another sister, another young lady from going through that experience. Yeah, I'm passionate about it because I love my sisters and brothers. I love the people in my community. I love people, period. But right now I'm discussing my community because, people will watch this video and it's like, oh, she was, bye, go on. Don't do it. Not today. I'm talking to the people that I deal with and I see every day. I love y'all. So, whatever I can do to say, hey, listen, we got to do better, that's what it's going to be. Anyway, I'm praying for this whole situation. I'm praying for myself this morning because that disturbed me, especially because my daughter goes to the school and every day there's some drama there. And I'm like, what's going on? Too young for that, man. They got a whole life. They got other things to be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? They're in middle school. They should be thinking about, their futures and becoming a business and, building an enterprise and just living, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Either way, peace, because I'm mad still. Have a good day.